hate this basket. This project is bullying me. This was not quick to make, but totally worth the effort. So let's go back in time and make it together. I have a yarn storage problem, but I think I know the solution. And it's the best kind of solution because it involves crocheting. Everything that you see going in this direction is all crochet related stuff. And everything that you don't see behind the camera going in that direction is walls of terrariums. There is no way to store craft paraphernalia at that side of the room. It would get wet or burnt or eaten. Obviously, my pets aren't going anywhere. So I have to come up with something that is a little bit creative, and I like creative things. So that's cool. So what we're going to do is make some baskets of various sizes, and I'm going to start big because why not? And I'm going to make a massive basket to store yarn. The massive basket I'm going to make with cotton yarn because I really need it to be sturdy, and I think I'm going to use 2 strands at once. I'm going to try and use the masses of Lily Sugar and Cream yarn that I had on the bottom space of the shoe rack shelf. So let's have a look at the colours. I think what I need is a consistent colour for one strand and then colour changes for the other strand. And the consistent colour can either be white, or I think this is called jute. It might be. So one of these. So I like those for like the neutral tones. And then I really want brightly coloured, right? I don't want subtle storage with this. This is like a statement piece storage. So we've got some really cool vibrant things here. We've got a lovely lime green, got the strong yellow, and they look really cool together, but are they too much? And we've got some really nice bright blues. So just staring at my pile of yarn, I'm thinking what we're going to go with is definitely this. And let's put with it, no, let's do it, let's be a candy shop. Let's put the yellows with it, and then maybe we'll mute it down a little with the jute. Now, that is probably not going to be enough yarn. So at some point, I'm going to have to order some more. But to be honest, I really like this yarn for some projects, so I was probably going to order some more anyway. So we're going to stick with that to begin with, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to start off by making it just growing out in circles. And do you know what? I'm going to make the base of the basket in black. And here's why. Black cotton yarn, I have very little uses for. Essentially, the main thing that this gets used for is noses for amigurumi toys. So I'm going to make the base beginning in black, and let's give that a go. So we're using 2 strands for stability. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work it with the white. So we're going to have a black and white base, because otherwise I'm going to have to stop and start folding the yarn. So black and white for the base. A lot of people crochet neatly. I just drop the balls on the floor and let them unravel, and I have very few problems with tangling that way. I'm going with a 7mm hook. So it's a magic circle of 8 stitches for the base, and then we're going to close the circle with a slip stitch, chain, and then do regular increases all around the edge. Progress. So 2 things happened. Thing 1, got a blister on my finger. Downside of cotton yarn, using it repeatedly. I think probably means my tension was a little bit too tight as well. Occupational hazard. The second annoying thing, I thought it was worth mentioning to you because I cheated a little bit. So I've got this far and I got to the end of the round, or 2 stitches off the end of the round, and realised that I had too many stitches left. And what you do if you're working in a circle and you don't want to undo it is, instead of putting your 2 crochets in the last one, because we're doing this increasing pattern of single, 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 2, is just go singles until the end. As long as it's a mistake you only make once, no one's ever gonna know. Especially not because it's the inside of a basket, so we're good. I've got it nearly as big as I want it to be on the base, and I'm gonna have to stop for today because I'm working 2 strands cotton, and I've been doing it for a couple of hours on and off today, and my wrist has pain all the way through there. And so it's really important, because I crochet a lot, that I have to listen to what my body says, and if it starts to hurt, then don't power through the pain with a repetitive hobby like this. Just stop. So we're going to carry on tomorrow. I'm going to do a colour change. I think at this point we've got up to 1SC times 16 to SC pattern. So I'm going to do a colour change now, and we're going to start moving on to the colours that are going to extend around the outside. It's about 3 days since I last filmed about this basket, or anything, in fact. And it's not going as well as I had hoped it would be going, because I pulled a muscle in my shoulder at the weekend, and now when I lift my arm like this, it hurts. And working 2 strands of cotton is hard work. Do you want to see what I've achieved? Don't worry, it'll even out in a second. It just needs a bit of a push in the corners, but it's quite a lot, right? Actually, no, that is going better than I thought it was going. You know, when you get to a certain point in a project and it's really hard to keep yourself motivated. But, you know, actually, this is good progress, right? Right. No, it is good progress. So I think I'm going to do about 2 more rounds of green, then colour change to the yellow, and then do a couple of rounds of yellow, and then we'll start working on the handles. I swear, this project is bullying me. Fuck it. This is why I like making toys. Firstly, toys generally are quicker to make than big things. I like the repetition of crochet, but I also like increases and decreases and making shapes. When you're making something that's a basket, so it is in its very essence just going round and round and round and round and round, and sure, I could throw in different stitch types and things like that, but that's not the look of the basket I'm going for. It is a bit easier to get fed up, and, you know, taking lots of breaks, coming back to it, and accepting that it's okay to be bored sometimes. It is part of the process, and, you know, it'll be worth it. 1 more row of green, then I'm going to yellow. There may have been some swear words along the way, and I might have paused progress to make a big rant about making a craft into your job, but now I'm just really smug. Now I can put stuff in it. So I've got these not nearly as pretty boxes, and basically stuff like safety eyes. If I put that in there, not so pretty. Curl it down, hidden, that might have to stay in the box. For broomstick crocheting. Toys, I think I'll put the toys on the top. Yeah? And then this is all scrap yarn. I mean, it's not scrap, it's good yarn, but that I've started, so it's slightly unraveled. So it doesn't look as good on this shelf. Some of this hasn't unraveled. What was I thinking? What is this? It's the panda's bamboo. Entire box, not even half full. Now when I want scrap yarn, I can just dive in here and pull it out. Same for the toys. Should I put more scrap yarn in? Or should I put the toys in the top now? A bit more scrap yarn. Yeah. Another box. Cute, right? I didn't deliberately wear yellow dungarees to match this basket. It's a happy coincidence. So good. I'm so pleased. That was so worth the effort. Oh my goodness. Okay. Worth the effort. When you hit the wall, the crochet wall, push through. It's okay to be bored sometimes. It's okay to be frustrated sometimes. And it's worth persevering if you have a lot of partial yarn skeins and a lot of toys. Tell me what you think. Tell me nice things. It took me ages. And I'll chat to you in the comments.